potentially 1,700 researchers will lose their jobs, because while the government spends $9 billion a year on research, the $150 million National Collaborative and Research Infrastructure Scheme was defunded by Labor.
Yes.
I want to refund it. Barry, and I've had to find the savings. The savings are in the reform. Therefore, the savings and the spending are inextricably linked.
But you can't
do one without the other.
You talk about consequences. Think about the political and the economic consequences of sacking 1,700 scientists.
Well, tragically, Barry, in these days, because Labor left us in such a debt and deficit disaster, if a minister proposes a spending measure, they need to have a savings measure. That's how household budgets work. You can't spend more unless you can come up with ways of saving. Now, we will save, through the reform, enough to be able to fund 80,000 more places by expanding the demand-driven system to pathways programs and non-university higher education providers, and save the National Collaborative Research Infrastructure Scheme and the Future Fellows grants that we make. But all of those things come with a cost, and the cost is the savings on the other side of the ledger. If the crossbenchers vote against... If the crossbenchers vote against the savings, they can't expect the government to come up with the spending.
It comes with a cost and a threat. And the Business Council of Australia, of all people, have said to you about that. You're prepared to jeopardise all of these highly skilled research jobs. Shame on us.
Well, actually, Barry, I'm the one that's trying to save them. I'm the one that's trying to save them. If Labor had been re-elected, this scheme would have come to an end. I am really passionate about research, and so is Tony Abbott. And that's why I've actually found the money to fund the National Collaborative Research Infrastructure Scheme. It is Labor that was defunding it, and the crossbenchers and Labor, if they vote against the reform bill this week, they will be responsible for ending it.